Hi, I'm Representative Sharice Davids, and I'm here to offer my congratulations to all the nominees and finalists and winners of the Champions Awards today. It is so important now more than ever that women join together to support one another, to continue to break down the barriers that we experience daily. You know, I ran for Congress because I really wanted to be part of the resetting of expectations about who runs for office. And I think a lot of my life experiences, from going to community college to being raised by a single mom, are really common. But unfortunately, we don't see a lot of those backgrounds and experiences being represented or reflected in elected office. So I think that we need a Congress that's more representative and reflective of what our country actually looks like. And that holds true for so many other facets of leadership, public office, boardrooms, across the country. And the power of women coming together and working together, supporting one another, cannot be understated, because we are so much stronger when we do that. You know, my congratulations to the Female Founders Alliance and taking the charge and leading in this work. Pushing for gender equality is so important, and thank you. I applaud you for your efforts. Once again, congratulations to all the winners, and welcome to the Champion Awards.
Welcome to the 2021 Champion Awards. Today, we celebrate the people and organizations that meaningfully advance equity in the workplace. This year, hundreds of people from across the country nominated their champions. Our Champion Committee reviewed nominations from 35 cities across the country. They narrowed it down to 22 finalists across 5 categories, and then thousands of you voted for your champions. For the advocates that create change, the sponsors that activate their resources to help you succeed, the companies that care for their people and act like it, the role models who show us what's possible, and the founders building tomorrow's leading companies. Today we'll meet the finalists. We'll hear straight from the people who nominated them, and then we'll reveal the winners. Welcome to the 2021 Champion Awards. Let's hear from the founder and CEO of the Female Founders Alliance, Leslie Feinzig.
Hi everyone. Welcome to the 2021 Champion Awards. Once again, I find myself recording this message alone from my basement, lacking the support and the unity and the spirit that I would normally be feeling if we were all in the same room together. Now, things are slowly returning to normal, and I can't wait to see you all. But what I've started to realize is that a big part of what we lost in the past year is the opportunity to connect casually or meaningfully with people that are outside of our closest circles, people that are outside of our day-to-day routines. And this lack of human connection made an already hard year just that much worse. We lost the ability to build bridges and broaden our horizons. It made hard jobs even more thankless, and people who are already struggling to feel even more unseen. Going through the Champion Awards process this year was a timely and welcome reminder of the power of small acts of human connection, small acts of gratitude, small acts of recognition. Because the hundreds of people who were nominated, getting that email from me that said you were nominated was a small but unmistakable sign that somebody somewhere was grateful for them and took a moment to make it known. Many of our nominees, finalists, and winners vocalized this year that they felt like this award came out of nowhere. It surprised them. But I know better, and my team knows better. We know that this award comes from you. It comes from the community. As we re-emerge from the harrowing events of the past 15 months, which in many parts of the world, people are still very much living through, I've decided that maybe this can be my superpower, and I think that it can be yours too. The simple act of smiling at someone, saying hello, expressing your gratitude, showing kindness, tipping well, having patience with someone who is struggling, recognizing a job well done, even if it's small, being present, small acts that can add up to big things. And it is in that spirit that I am proud to kick off the show, our annual grassroots celebration of real life, everyday leadership. With profound gratitude to my team, to all of our partners, to the Champion Committee, and the amazing finalists and awardees that you're all about to meet. I give you the 2021 Champion Awards. Let's get on with the show.
First in line is the Role Model Award, brought to you by Seattle Bank.
Hi, I'm Mary Grace Roski, Senior Vice President at Seattle Bank. Role models demonstrate what's possible for ambitious women. They're someone with a long trajectory, demonstrated integrity, and leadership in their field who inspire women to strive for greatness. I'm so proud to present the finalists for this year's Role Model Award.
As the Chief Accessibility Officer at Microsoft, Jenny Leigh Fleury is at the forefront of creating positive experiences that apply technology to make a difference in the world and the lives of individuals. And over the years, she's led many initiatives to empower people with disabilities both inside and outside of Microsoft.
Maloon has devoted the past 20 years to changing the status quo and shifting industry norms as an executive, operator, and category creator. These past experiences laid the groundwork for Operator Collective, a venture fund and community she founded in 2018.
Martha Cho deserves this nomination for the years of work she has put into advancing the mission of reducing domestic and global inequities. Whether it be in her role at the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, where she served as the Chief Administrative Officer for over 10 years, or when she served 2 terms on the Seattle City Council, Martha prioritized serving others.
As an outspoken advocate for diversity and inclusion in tech, she created her company, Block Party, a platform that builds tools for online safety and anti-harassment. From her work to kick off a wave of tech company diversity data disclosures with a GitHub repository collecting numbers on women in engineering.
Founder and CEO of the Memo and award-winning best-selling author of What Women of Color Need to Know to Secure a Seat at the Table. As a passionate leader who constantly shares the message about the need to manage diverse teams and courageous leadership, Minda deserves this recognition and more.
I'm excited to share the nomination of Maloon Yen,
Jenny Leigh Fleury is at
Martha Cho,
Tracy Chu,
Minda Hartz
for the Role Model Award.
So without further ado, are you guys ready to hear who the voters selected? Everybody's a winner, but we're going to give a special recognition. The winner of the 2021 Role Model Award is Minda Hartz. Congratulations, Minda.
Wow, thank you. Thank you so much I told myself that I wasn't going to cry. Thank you to the Female Founders Alliance. This award is dedicated to my mom. She is my first role model. It just feels good to be seen. None of us do this work for recognition, but it definitely feels good when you are seen in that way. I grew up as one of the only, in a small town, only Black women, only women of color, and you often are seen in the ways that you don't want to be seen, right? And I'm just so honored to be here. And just, I'm not too often at a loss for words, but I was always looking for a role model growing up, someone who looked like me, and I never got a chance to always see that. And for those to be able to see something in me that demonstrates being positive and uplifting and hyping them up, right? You know, many of us are the hypers, right? We're hyping everybody else up. So it feels good for people to hype us up in this way. And so I just want to say thank you so much for the opportunity, and may we all continue to do this work, because even people see us when we don't even know it. And so thank you again for this nomination.
Next up, the Sponsor Award, brought to you by Reverb.
I'm Michaela Kiner, founder and CEO of Reverb and author of Female Firebrands. A sponsor is someone who uses their resources and network to help the women they mentor succeed and advance in their careers. I'm proud to present this year's finalists for the Sponsor Award.
Kat has been an investor in us since day one, and she has helped us really prioritize diversity, equity, and inclusion as we're building up our company. Kat has helped us ensure that our employee base truly is aligned to the diversity of New York, and more importantly, the patients that we really represent.
As a longtime entrepreneur and C-level executive who has been on the front lines of women's economic empowerment, gender equity in tech and investment, DEI, and LGBTQIA issues. Last year, she left the private sector to become the first female CEO of the Illinois Science and Technology Coalition and Institute. Colleen is a tireless mentor and makes time for anyone who asks. She helped countless women find their voice and advance their careers.
Lisa Brummel is a phenomenal leader and spirited sponsor for women across sports and technology. As one of her mentees, I have personally experienced her brilliance and how deeply she invests in the growth of others. She is so deserving of this recognition.
From the moment I met Phyllis, I have seen her be an advocate for women, whether it's through the volunteer work that she does for the Girls Inc. organization in Atlanta, Georgia, or through her time that she spends dedicated to help educate and empower women, professional accomplished women. And those with Shoulder Up, the organization that she co-founded, that really is about establishing education and empowering conversations for women all around the world. For this reason and so many more, I nominate Phyllis Newhouse, a woman who is advocating for others and specifically for women of color to give them the stage that they deserve.
As the fastest growing group of diverse emerging fund managers, your work to create a strong, open community in which there is room for everyone to win is refreshing and much needed in the VC world.
I nominated Kat for the Sponsor Award.
I nominated Colleen for the Sponsor Award.
Congratulations, Lisa.
I nominate Phyllis Newhouse for the Sponsor Award.
Congratulations, Virginie and Soraya, for this nomination.
Okay, are we ready to find out who the winner is? The winner of the 2021 Champion Award in the sponsor category is Phyllis Newhouse. Congratulations, Phyllis.
Oh, thank you. It's truly an honor. I never take anything for granted, not any recognition or any of that, because it simply means to me that you still have more to do, more to give, and more to become. When I think back on the 22 years of military service, it has always been a privilege to serve other women. I come from a family of 7 girls. I'm the youngest. My mom is still alive. She's 90. And I recently took a SPAC public and did not know that I was the first woman of color to ever do so. And one of the things that my mom told me, and she said, you have a responsibility to cross the line of the work that the others have done. So you're merely crossing the line off the hard work of other women. So make sure that you draw a line for other women to cross. And so for me, if I think back on why I do what I do, it is because I've had one hell of a mentor, and that's my mom. So getting this award and, just like I said, being amongst all of you incredible women, I'm going to continue to stand up, speak up, and shoulder up. And so I'm so forever grateful and very thankful. So thank you so much.
Next up, the Founder Award, brought to you by Microsoft Azure.
Hi, I'm Erin Chappell, Corporate Vice President of Azure Core Infrastructure at Microsoft. Founders face great adversity in launching and growing their business. It takes courage, tenacity, and passion to really make it work. I'm both inspired and humbled today to present the finalists for this year's Founder Award. Congratulations to all of you.
She's the embodiment of a true leader and trailblazer. She leads by example and through her core values, where Geisha shows up authentically and courageously shares her challenges in entrepreneurship and motherhood. In her platform and collective Dreamers Endures, Geisha cultivates and amplifies women's causes and careers through thought leadership, opportunities, authentic connection, and access. And thank you, Geisha, for paving the way for other women leaders and entrepreneurs to create an impact in their industries and beyond.
Max and her team are on a family mission to end exhausting and dull Skype calls for kids and their grandparents. Under her leadership, Caribou has quickly grown to become the leading entertainment educational platform for children ages 0 to 13 to have virtual playdates with their friends and family when they can't physically be together.
Last summer, Morgan and her team shifted into overdrive, reporting on how the news was affecting the Black community. For her focus, passion, and leadership steering her team through an incredibly rough year and coming out stronger on the other side, Morgan DeBaum deserves the Founder Award.
Rizwana Bashir deserves the Founder Award for her leadership as the founder and CEO of Peak.com. It is her tenacity and resilience as a leader that has enabled her travel and experience this company to not just survive, but bounce back in the face of the pandemic.
I nominated Geisha Haas,
Max Tuckman,
Morgan DeBaum.
Congratulations, Rizwana, for this nomination.
After thousands and thousands of votes, the 2021 winner of the Founder Award is Rizwana Bashir. Congratulations, Rizwana.
Wow, thank you. That's a surprise. I wasn't expecting that. Thank you. Thanks so much. That's so exciting. And I would say that I think that the one thing that this award actually, I think it means a lot for my team and my company, because at Peak.com, we had a really challenging period. We kind of got through the worst of the early parts of the pandemic, and it was really the passion and resilience of the team that inspired me. It's kind of when you've got a whole group of people who are saying, we're going to get through this. We know it's really hard, but we're going to do everything. From the most junior person to the most senior person, that passion kept me going. And so I'd say that this is really, it's an honor to get the award, but I'd say that this last year, I feel like my whole company have become founders. It's been about finding resilience and moments around, we didn't have a lot and we were making the most of it. And so, I really felt so honored and privileged. What an incredible group. I hopefully this is for Peak.com and the company, and I will definitely let them know. I think they're all going to be really excited to be recognized in this way. Thank you.
Surprises are in store very soon, but first, let's reveal the Advocate Award. An advocate is an individual or organization who uses their public platform to promote and advance women's causes. The nominations for the Advocate Award are
Andrea has been working hours upon hours to fight for LGBTQ rights, specifically the rights of transgender people, at the Texas State Legislature. This has been a brutal effort this year, considering so much legislation has targeted specifically transgender youth and children. And as I'm recording this, I believe Andrea is coordinating her third rally at the Texas State Capitol. Despite the battles and the physical, mental, and emotional demands of her work, Andrea stays brilliant, strategic, and compassionate as ever, and she uses all of her abilities for the betterment of others.
May is a respected innovator. Having pioneered the creation of Change Machine's platform, this is a scalable solution for social service organizations and public agencies to embed effective financial coaching practices into their work with low-income communities and contribute to lasting economic change. Within 10 years, the platform fueled Change Machine's growth from a volunteer-run local service organization to a national social enterprise. Under May's leadership, Change Machine's platform promotes recommendations of high-quality fintech products for low-income communities.
From the founding of HerMD to her specialization in women's sexual health and menopause, to her work with the FDA to get more approved treatment options for women, to her clinical research trials, she is a true champion for women everywhere. She has spoken for various campaigns, including the Right to Desire campaign, the Susan G. Komen Sex and Breast Cancer Conference, the White Dress Project, as well as the Bulletproof Radio podcast and Pink Ribbon Girls, Sex and Survivorship. Through all of her work, she remains focused on her mission to educate, advocate for, and empower women.
As a survivor herself, she realizes that there's no greater gift to rape survivors than to be believed and validated. This is why she founded EDGA, a community-based and survivor-focused organization in East Africa started in Uganda. EDGA provides free medical, legal, and mental health services to survivors of sexual assault. Sexual and gender-based violence is a big issue in East Africa, as it is throughout the world. EDGA currently provides services to more than 150 survivors aged 4 to 70 years, including boys, and has carried out information campaigns, which has reached more than 400,000 people.
I nominated Andrea.
And I nominated Maeve.
I nominated Dr. Somi Javed.
I nominated Tabitha for the Advocate Awards.
It is my honor to announce the winner of the 2021 Advocate Award is Tabitha Premier. Tabitha, congratulations.
Thank you. I'm sorry. Thank you. I am honored and humbled. And what motivates me is that one day I ran out of a job because this sexual violence happened to my mother, happened to me when I was 11. And it was in 2015 that I came across a child who had been assaulted, and the perpetrator had the audacity to offer a goat as an apology. And another one who couldn't afford healthcare to prevent her from getting HIV that was given to her from her grandfather through this assault. And it was this time that I knew enough was enough. And if not me, then who? So what motivates me is that we end this and that my children and the next generations never have to do this work again. So thank you again, and congratulations to all the nominees here. Amazing work, and thank you FFA for bringing attention to such great work. Thank you.
Almost there, the Company Award brought to you by Cooley.
Hi, I'm Sonia Erickson, partner at Cooley LLP. This organization has built and uses its platform to advance and support women, forging meaningful outcomes and being a champion of change in its industry as a whole. I'm proud to present this year's finalists for the Company Award.
Allraise deserves the Company Award because Pam and her team arm female founders and funders with access, guidance, and support to exponentially accelerate their success and propel the entire industry forward. It is their goal to increase the amount of funding going to female and non-binary founders and to double the number of female and non-binary check writers in venture.
Ed and Betsy started First Close Partners to help underrepresented first-time VC fund managers close their very first fund. They've invested in several new funds and continue to work with fund managers, helping them bring additional LPs on board and helping them get through that very first difficult first close. But Ed and Betsy, I thank you for everything you do and continue to do for the underrepresented entrepreneur and emerging manager community.
The Kapoor Center family of organizations collectively work to transform the tech and venture capital ecosystems by closing gaps of access and opportunity for communities of color. They do this by investing in seed-stage companies that provide innovative solutions to societal challenges faced by low-income communities and communities of color. Their focus on increasing equity in computer science education and dismantling barriers to entry and advancement is remarkable. And for this reason, they deserve this nomination.
Seed and Spark makes entertainment more diverse, inclusive, connected, and essential through their platform. Under the leadership of Emily Best, who herself is the most authentic storyteller, Seed and Spark's national education program have helped thousands of bold storytellers raise millions to bring to life entirely new stories. They then deliver those stories into workplaces for employee training, engagement, and intelligence through their proprietary impact screening platform. Congratulations, Emily and Team Seed and Spark, for this nomination.
It is my honor to announce the 2021 Champion Awards winner in the company category is our friends at Allraise. Congratulations, Pam and your team. We're so honored that you're here.
Thank you. We are so honored to be recognized, and we think that this is a shared recognition. In all honesty, Allraise is all of us on this call, all of us in our community, all of us in our respective communities. Our voices together are the collective that's going to change everything going forward. So we are honored to be recognized for this while sharing the recognition with each and every one of you.
Congratulations to all of the finalists and winners. And now, one final surprise. Every year among the hundreds of nominations, we learn of people who do amazing work that get very little recognition. That's why we have a tradition of selecting a group of these nominees, whom we call the Unsung Heroes, to sing their praises and give credit where it is due. Here to introduce this year's Unsung Heroes are the Female Founders Alliance team.
Hi everyone, I'm Rory.
I'm Amanda.
I'm S.
And I'm Divya, and we are from FFA.
Every year, FFA honors leaders that have worked tirelessly in the shadows,
blazing trails and creating pathways for those who follow.
They provide meaningful support to our communities and rarely receive accolades.
We are proud to present the Unsung Heroes for 2021.
I think what gets me up in the morning and what gets me going is the idea that exactly what I'm seeing on the screen is what I want to see every time I walk into an office building, into any company, is greater diversity that represents everywhere we work and where we live, and more female input, women who are founders and are out to change the dynamics of the world that we see around us.
As an emergency room nurse and a clinical missionary, I've seen plenty of suffering during my life. I've also experienced a fair bit of it myself. I know what it feels like to hurt, and to hurt badly. My why is pretty simple. I want to help reduce human suffering.
Back in 2017, having worked in tech most of my career, I noticed that in particular, women-led startups were only securing about 2.2% of venture capital. And not only that, within the finance and insurance industries, we knew that there were a lot of women solving real problems like financial literacy, how to get access to unbiased credit scoring, et cetera. And so in 2017, we launched Female Founders in FinTech and InsurTech to specifically reward, support, and help women who are, at the end of the day, trying to improve the financial and well-being of humans.
Yeah, I've been a political organizer my entire life, and it's really thankless work. It's you grind, it's hard. When you win, you get backlashes from violent Nazis. It sucks, and there's a ton of emotional labor in it. And most of the folks I know who are fighting to transform our world to be a more just place, like we do it silently and without any support. And we do it for a really long time, and an overwhelmingly large number of those folks are women. I wasn't trying to found a company when I founded Open Field, but I really just wanted something that actually made it easier for organizers to do good work.
First of all, thank you, Leslie, so much for this. Thank you so much, Female Founders Alliance, for this award. I've always recognized since I was very young, in being Pakistani, Mexican, and a Muslim woman, that there is so much power in my ability to see how so many of our communities are much more similar than we are different. My motivation comes from seeing my parents be so outspoken about issues that pertain to not just our communities, but other communities as well, and witnessing the positive change that comes out of speaking out when we see injustice.
Knowing that I can help
women, particularly because in my school, approximately about 70% of our students are women. And I purposely seek out those opportunities for women because, again, I believe if you help educate a woman, you educate a generation.
I think too often diversity, equity, and inclusion stops at hiring. And we need to be able to hold employers accountable and truly let them know how to create a safe space. And if their space isn't safe, how do we make improvements to it? And you want to get that feedback by someone who is living in that experience, by their Black employees. And so that's what Black Tech Pipeline does. I check in with anyone who was hired out of Black Tech Pipeline to make sure they're truly having a good experience and that they're truly being set up for success.
I love being that first person that believes in someone. I, as an immigrant to this country, had many people that believed in me before anybody else, and I want to do that for founders. I know the power of having your first lead, your first term sheet, your first large check. I want to be that before anybody else, and I want to make money together. I want to build businesses in a way that no one of us ever thought was possible.
My goal is to try and make there be a more diverse startup ecosystem for us all to be in. And I do that by trying to spark a more diverse population of angel investors so that they can reach out, recognize, and fund a larger and broader set of solutions and engage with a more robust set of entrepreneurs who create those ideas.
Thank you all for the incredible work that you do, and congratulations once again.
And so we've come to the end of the 4th Annual Champion Awards. This is the 4th time that we run this celebration of what real life leadership and amplification and sponsorship and advocacy and all those great things look like. I hope that you find it just as inspirational as we did, and I hope that you can be a part of it in years to come. I want to say thank you with all of my heart to everybody who was a part of this process, especially to my team, to Divya, Rory, Amanda, and S, the Champion Committee who participated in this whole process with us, all of our partners, everybody who made this broadcast possible, and the thousands of people who submitted nominations, who submitted videos, who voted for their favorites, and all of the finalists who participated in this process with us. We could not have done this without you. I hope that it made these past few months meaningful and enjoyable and helped you find a way to hope that things really can be better tomorrow than they are today. Thank you so much for your time. And I hope to see you all in person really soon, whether here in Seattle or at a city near you. I'll see you all soon.